You ever feel like the people you want the most are always the ones who want you the least? Like, you could hand them the moon on a diamond platter and they'd be like, oh, thanks, but I'm into this emotionally unavailable ghost who barely remembers my name. And you're sitting there like, cool, cool, cool. I'll just go cry in a dignified corner then. Welcome to the club. It's crowded. There's chips and disappointment. Let's talk about it. Because it's not just you. It's not your bad luck or your bad taste or that you're not enough. It's way deeper and way messier. And it's wired into the weird psychology of being a human who just wants to feel seen. We fall for the ones who don't choose us because deep down, part of us doesn't fully choose ourselves. And I know that stings, but stay with me. There's this part of us. Call it the inner kid, the 9-year-old who got picked last for dodgeball, or the teenager who got ghosted after their first real crush. That part never forgot. That part grew up thinking that love meant proving yourself to someone, earning it, winning it, convincing someone to see your worth. So when someone is kind of distant or indifferent or worse, just flat out not that into us, our brain doesn't see that as a red flag. It sees it as a challenge, like, oh, you don't want me, BT. Let me double down and show you why you should. Let me try harder. Let me morph into whatever you might love. And now you're deep in the simulation trying to win someone who isn't even holding a controller. Just vibes and bad decisions. We don't chase people who ignore us because we're dumb. We chase them because some part of us got programmed to think love looks like that. And don't roll your eyes yet. I know this sounds like therapy talk, but it's real. Think about the first time you felt rejected, like truly rejected. Was it a parent who was emotionally distant? A friend group that made you feel invisible? A partner who breadcrumbed you with just enough attention to keep you addicted but never enough to feel safe? That first blueprint of love becomes the one we recreate, subconsciously, over and over. Until one day, if we're lucky, we get tired of bleeding for people who don't even bring band-aids. But getting tired doesn't happen overnight. First, we spiral. We romanticize the person. We build shrines to their potential in our head. We imagine what it would be like if they finally chose us. We confuse crumbs for a feast. One reply to your text, and suddenly you're playing wedding music in your head. They leave you on read, and you start editing your personality like maybe if I was funnier, cooler, less needy, less intense, they'd like me. But that's not love. That's self-erasure with a cute filter on it. That's emotional gambling. And the house always wins. You ever noticed how your brain turns into a full-time FBI agent for someone who doesn't even know your favorite color? You read into their texts like it's the Dead Sea Scrolls. You analyze their likes on Instagram like you're solving a federal case. Why? Because uncertainty is addictive. Intermittent reinforcement, that's what the psych people call it. When someone gives you validation only sometimes, your brain gets hooked harder than if they gave it consistently. It's the slot machine effect. You don't know when the next hit is coming, so you stay. You wait. You hope. Because maybe this time, maybe today, maybe they'll see me. And let's be honest, it's not even really them we want half the time. It's what they represent. If they finally love us back, that must mean we're lovable. That must mean we're enough. That must mean all those old voices in our head were wrong. You know the ones. You're too much. You're not enough. If you were really worth it, they'd stay. Lies, but sticky ones. We don't just want them. We want redemption. We want proof that love doesn't always leave. And we think getting chosen by the one who didn't choose us will finally silence the doubt. But spoiler alert, it won't. Even if they do come around, if you had to lose yourself to get them, you'll still feel empty. Because deep down, your nervous system is stuck in survival mode. You're not feeling loved. You're feeling relief. Temporary relief from the ache of not being picked. And relief isn't the same as real peace. Relief is fragile. Peace is solid. And most of us are out here chasing relief like it's love. We mistake attention for affection. We confuse chemistry with connection. We call obsession passion and call it fate, when really it's just a trauma loop on repeat. Let me say this plain. Just because someone makes your heart race doesn't mean they're right for you. Sometimes that feeling is just anxiety in a cute outfit. Sometimes your body isn't saying, this is love. It's saying, this feels familiar. And not in a good way. In a "this person reminds me of every time I felt unseen and now I want to fix it" kind of way. We don't fall for who's good for us. We fall for who feels like home. Even when home was chaos, even when home was conditional, even when home was built on eggshells. So yeah, you keep picking the ones who don't choose you. Not because you're broken, but because you're trying to rewrite your origin story with people who don't even own a pen. You want to break the pattern? Choose yourself harder than you've ever chosen someone who wasn't sure about you. Stop negotiating your worth like it's up for debate. You are not a maybe person. You are not a background character in someone else's highlight reel. You're not the filler episode in someone's love story. You are the main arc. You are the climax. You are the whole damn show. But to feel that, you got to stop auditioning for roles that ask you to shrink. Stop chasing the emotionally dehydrated and calling it devotion. You want to be chosen? Start by choosing people who are capable of seeing you fully, without conditions, without breadcrumbing, without games. I know, that's scary because it means walking away from the fantasy. It means grieving someone who maybe never really showed up for you. It means sitting in the silence that used to be filled with what ifs and maybes. But in that silence, that's where you finally hear yourself. That's where you get to ask, what kind of love do I want to build now? Not just what kind of person do I want to be with, but what kind of person do I want to be when I'm with someone? Do I want to be constantly doubting, spiraling, performing? Or do I want to be steady, seen, safe? When you've only known love as an uphill climb, stable love can feel boring at first. Like, where's the thrill? Where's the drama? But the truth is, drama isn't chemistry, it's cortisol. And healthy love doesn't spike your nervous system, it regulates it. It's not fireworks, it's a fireplace. Warm, consistent, built brick by brick. And yeah, you might miss the adrenaline, but you won't miss the confusion. You won't miss feeling like you're one text away from being discarded. You won't miss turning yourself into a jigsaw puzzle, hoping someone else figures out how to fit you into their broken picture. And somewhere in the middle of all this, there's a moment, a shift, a slow unraveling of everything you thought love had to be. And in that moment, you get your power back. You stop waiting for someone to choose you, and you start choosing peace, alignment, reciprocity, people who text back, people who show up, people who don't just love the idea of you, but actually want to be with you. Fully, in the messy, in the ordinary, not just when you're impressive or glowing or easy to love, but even when you're tired and insecure and not your best. That's real. That's what you deserve. But you won't find it if you're still chasing ghosts, if you're still mourning the almosts, if you're still holding space for people who left the building 5 emotional earthquakes ago. And if you're sitting there thinking, damn, this is me. This whole video feels like someone read my group chat and turned it into a therapy mixtape. Good. It means you're waking up. You're seeing the pattern. And once you see it, you can stop dancing to it. This is your moment. To stop performing for people who clap with closed hands. To stop handing your heart to people who treat it like an optional subscription. You are not trial version love. You are not for temporary access. You are not someone's maybe someday if they heal enough person. You are someone's hell, yes, every day, even on the hard days person. But to find them, you got to stop making space for the ones who never made space for you. If this hit, share it. Not because I told you to, but because someone else out there is still crying over a person who couldn't even spell emotional availability if you spotted them the vowels. And they need to hear this. We all do. This is how we heal. Together, loudly, messily, honestly. One brutal truth at a time.